Taurus, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we're actually doing the monthly readings. So looking ahead at April, seeing what's in store. We are doing it a little bit differently this month. There's quite a lot of crazy energy still going on astrologically. So we're wanting to sort of make the most of that before it is gone in the middle of April. Very transformative energy. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, do a bit of extra work, make sure you do check out that most recent shadow work video. There was quite a big one this month, or last month, I should say. So make sure you do check that one out. So it was actually quite an important full moon shadow work video. Everyone that does comment on that particular video, you will actually get 2 entries into the draw to win a free reading being drawn at Easter, and you will get 1 entry for every comment on every other video. Okay, between then and now. All right, so we have that, but then just a reminder that next week there will not be any weekly readings. I actually have an operation booked in for my son, so unless something about that changes, I will be, focusing on my son for the week. So this week I've got the Crazy Sexy Love Notes Oracle. I'm also using the Kawaii Lenormand when we do look at the general stuff. Then we will move on to looking at your demons, okay, Taurus? So we're going to look at the demon that you need to get under control versus the demon that you can actually utilize to empower you. So when we get into that energy, I am using the Shadow Work Oracle as well as the Rising Moon Lenormand. And the Yes or No Oracle as well. And then finishing us off this week, we have the beautiful heart-shaped Lovers Oracle as well. Okay, getting into it for you, Taurus. Taurus, what's going on for Taurus? April 2025. General overview energy for Taurus for April, please. Give each other space. Okay, so when we are seeing this as a general sort of overview energy, it's not necessarily about giving somebody in particular space. It's more about giving yourself a little bit of space from, recharging that social battery, so to speak. So it definitely can be in regard to specific people that you may, be people that you spend quite a lot of time with on a regular basis, and you are just needing to, allow yourself a little bit of extra space away from them. So it's taking a step back to create room for authentic conversations and more meaningful conversation and time being spent together. So it's kind of that energy of, if you are spending a lot of time with other people, it becomes a little bit monotonous. Yeah. So it's all about taking just a step back so that, when we do spend time with that person, it's a little bit more meaningful and deeper connection there as well. So allow yourself some space as well. You may need some extra space this month just to make sure you're processing things in a way that suits you here. We also have the make waves energy, Taurus. So especially when it comes to giving yourself some space, don't be afraid to make waves in the process of that. So some people may be a little bit taken aback about, wow, why does Taurus, don't you want to see me, Taurus? Don't you want to spend time with me, Taurus? Don't be afraid to make a little bit of wave, with people when it comes to making sure you've got space around yourself to really take the time that you're needing to process things and whatnot in your own life here. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and do things out of your highest good. It doesn't matter, if you do need to make a bit of a splash. Sometimes the most growth comes through trials, tribulations, and conflict, unfortunately. So I do feel as though making waves, it's not about hurting anyone intentionally or anything like that. It's about, sometimes you do need to stand up just a little bit taller and not be afraid to, make that first wave, because then the ripple effect, goes out amongst the world in general. And, it really actually can make a big difference for you just to take that tiny little step of, standing up for yourself and things like that, especially when it's things like, where you are normally afraid of doing that because you don't want to upset, you don't want to make waves and make people upset at you, that kind of energy. But we'll have a look there as well. Taurus. General overview energy for Taurus, April 2025. General overview energy for Taurus, April 2025, please. Yeah, so definitely allowing yourself some space. We do see you here needing to be very independent and focusing on your own survival, not doing everything for everyone, doing everything for you and yourself foremost. Okay, your own survival is more important than other things right now. This is very independent energy. Okay, it's doing what needs to be done, saying what needs to be said in order to get what you need, and have your needs being met. So you may feel as though you're being a little bit sneaky, I suppose. You may be finding it a little bit difficult, but it's a good business decision. It needs to be said here that, if you do need a bit of extra space around you, this is actually a good business decision for you, Taurus. So for some of you, this is career-related space that you're needing here. It's like, I just need some extra space so I can actually get my work done. I need to get this done. So look, just stop looking over my shoulder because you're making it take longer. So those sorts of things are coming through there with that. But we do see the clover here as well. So once again, I do feel as though this definitely could be linking to business for you, Taurus, because the clover and the fox together are definitely, there is a lot of career, business, money links with both of those cards. The clover itself can talk heavily about, investments that you're needing to make here. Whereas, with the fox, it's kind of more a little bit along the line about investing in yourself and investing in doing what you need to do. Whether, sometimes we do feel like we're, making waves when we are taking care of ourselves first and focusing on our own survival or our business's survival or our survival as an employee, those sorts of things. But that's kind of what matters here. You're needing to invest in that sort of stuff right now, Taurus, and take a chance to, really put that stuff front and center for yourself at the moment, because it will pay off. There is a lot of good fortune around you when it comes to that energy. But because I'm just feeling as though, especially here with this snake energy coming through on the back of that, there is, this need, once again, that can sort of have that link to career stuff as well. So it can talk about, really, really focusing on the career goals, the money goals, the true desires, what you're truly passionate about and what you truly desire out of the situation, and doing whatever you need to do to get that done, investing in the things that you need to invest in, even if they're a little bit ambiguous. Yeah. I'm not suggesting that you go and do anything morally ambiguous or anything like that. It's just the energy of this fox here. Foxes are an animal. They don't understand morals the way that humans do. And sometimes the right thing is, for you, other people may not see it as the right thing for them. So you just need to be a little bit aware that, you may need to stand up for yourself and what you need, rather than, just trying to make everybody happy and go along with what everyone else wants and what makes them, feel good about themselves. You need to worry about you, number one here. Okay, so I do just feel that with that snake energy, sometimes it can talk about deceptive kind of behaviors or illusions. So just be very careful that people may actually try to come across this month as, try to put this illusion out there that you need to pay them more attention and that you can't look after you, number one. And so I feel like that's what, you're really needing to go, no, I need to invest in me right now. I can't invest in you. I need to invest in myself primarily. Okay, so I just feel as though with that snake energy there, some people may actually try to be a little bit snaky, wily, about how they approach you this month. It's kind of giving, snakes don't go in a straight line; they slither side to side. So it kind of feels like somebody may actually be trying to slither their way in a different kind of way. It's like they can't gain access to you through the normal way that they would. So they're going to try to maybe sneak around a different way here, in order to still, mm, kind of giving, take up your time when you need to be focusing your time. It's kind of because it is a little bit here, like I am getting, especially with the work stuff, it really is actually giving, that undercut kind of energy, where it's like somebody trying to take up your time, because then they know that the more of your time that they take up, the less time you're putting into that project. And, then when it comes to someone, being up for a promotion and you haven't completed that project, they kind of feel as though that's giving them, an upper edge over you, that they're kind of trying to do this in order to undercut you in some kind of a way. The more that they can get you to invest in them, it's kind of propping them up for success. It's on like, because I'm just really feeling the energy from this here, Taurus, and it really does feel as though it's like somebody else trying to ride on your coattails, somebody else trying to take your success for their own, and utilize your energy in a way that pushes them further, and actually holds you back a little bit here. So just be very wary of that, and make sure you are really not afraid to make waves, even if this person is a bit upset that, look, I don't have time for you right now. You may need to stand up for that, and be very clear about needing some space, being very clear about your boundaries this month. I do feel for a lot of you that is work and career type relation connections there, but it could also be friends or family doing that as well. But I don't even know if they even know if they're doing that, to be honest. Your demons, Taurus. The demon that you need to get under control versus the demon that you can use to empower you. Taurus. Okay, so the demon that we need to get under control is shame. All right. Embrace your flaws. They're part of your unique story. So, I feel as though for a lot of you, you have some self-conscious issues coming up for you in April. I'm just sort of trying to read the fine print there. Humiliation, disgrace, embarrassment. And I feel like that's connected to that making waves energy, that, you feel ashamed if you don't give so much. Like it kind of brings up emotions of shame, that I'm not, I'm ashamed that I can't give everybody everything that they want. But if you're doing that, you're not only is it impossible to give everyone everything that they want, but then you're missing out, Taurus. Who's doing that for you in return? So needing to really control your shame and your embarrassment, and understand that that's part of human nature. It's just part of your unique self, that if you didn't have that high level of empathy for others within you, that you wouldn't feel ashamed of how other people think of you. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is coming through with that, once again, that making waves, that you may feel shamed that people are. It's kind of like you're preemptively feeling shame, and that you're going to feel shame that you can't do this for that person, or you just don't have enough time and space and energy to be everything for everyone. But the demon that you can empower within yourself this month is obscurity. So you don't actually know. So because the shame is a very preemptive energy coming through there, that you're kind of worried about embarrassment that hasn't even been proven that you will be embarrassed or anything like that as of yet. Like kind of like guilt for something that you haven't even done yet. Guilt for something that you have no cause to feel guilty for. Innocent until proven guilty. Okay, Taurus. So try to really control that shame this month. And obscurity is really going to allow you to empower yourself as well, which in the unknown, there's room for endless possibilities. So, the mystery of the future, the fact that we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how this is going to go. Do you know what? I'm not worried about making waves because, I'm going to stand up for what's right for myself. And if there is consequences, then, I'll worry about that when they actually occur, when I actually know what those consequences are. Then I can, worry about those. Stop preemptively worrying about things that haven't even happened yet, Taurus. Really know that with the obscurity, you're utilizing that demon by knowing that there is endless possibilities. So the things that you're afraid of are not the only possibilities with these situations. What happens if that's not what happens? You've worked yourself all up over nothing. All right. Taurus. What else does Taurus need to know about their demons? Taurus. What does Taurus need to know about their demons? April 2025. So firstly, I'm just seeing like it's been happening in every single reading this month. I'm just getting repeated messages in different forms coming through. So the main topic seems to be the topic for everybody. But we have the snake coming back through again here. So once again, it's that illusion, but this time we're seeing the clouds coming through with that. So it's the illusion of what will happen that you're putting in your head. Okay, that's actually followed by the book. So it's kind of a bit of a reminder here, because the book is the same as that obscurity, that, the book hasn't been written yet. It's a mystery. We don't know what that next chapter holds. So if the book hasn't been written yet, why are you putting an illusion in your head about what that book says? What happens if there's a giant plot twist on the next page? What happens if it's a choose your own adventure book and, you get to the next page and you actually could go multiple different directions? It's not set in stone. The next chapter of this book, if it hasn't even been written yet, it's definitely not set in stone. It could actually, be anything. Maybe there was a misprint and it's a totally different book in that last chapter. It's not even the same book you were reading. It's a totally brand new book. Stop worrying about, things that haven't happened yet. The clouds really does talk about, the way that you're thinking about things, and you're kind of deceiving yourself into stressing about things, because the cloud goes with overthinking leading to anxiety. All right. And that the overthinking actually clouds your judgment further, confuses you even more, leads you to, believe things that, with that snaky are not necessarily true. You're overthinking and thinking about things that haven't even happened yet is, obscuring your judgment here, and putting this illusion of, well, this will happen, but it hasn't actually happened yet. How do you know that this is going to happen? So it's kind of reminding you that, the fear and the shame are coming from things you don't actually have any factual evidence of yet. All right. So there's no point worrying about things that, haven't even happened. What happens if it goes completely opposite to what you're thinking? All right. So if there's one thing Taurus needs to know in April, one answer that Taurus needs for April, Taurus, wait for a better offer. Wait for a better offer. So, and then on the bottom of the deck, better to wait. So, wait until you know. Wait until you know. So there's no point putting all your eggs in this basket until you know what comes after that. You're maybe fearful of what's going to happen here, but the offer that hasn't even been given to you yet is what you're worrying yourself about. You're worrying about an offer that it doesn't even exist yet. So the more that you're worrying and stressing about that, the more likely it's going to occur in a negative way for you, because, we manifest the things that are most prominent in our energy. So if you're continually thinking about, oh, this is going to go wrong, this is going to go wrong, you're actually manifesting it going wrong, rather than trying to, wait for it to be the best possible thing. All right. So just allow yourself some space. Once again, allow yourself some space to, work through this, and face this demon a little bit here, where it's the one that's trying to make you feel shame for things that haven't even, there's no reason for shame as of yet. It hasn't even happened yet. So why do you feel ashamed about that? All right. So it's kind of a bit of a reminder to stop overthinking about, because it's kind of like you're living in the future, but you're not paying attention to the present. And, because you're negatively overthinking the future, you're making that the more likely future for yourself here, Taurus. So just give yourself some space to actually just be and allow. Wait and see what happens before you actually worry about it. All right. Okay, Taurus. Checking in on love for Taurus in April. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. So once again, just supporting that whole message there. We do have on the bottom of the deck, sacred union, honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. So, those of you who do have a strong love connection, make sure we are, once again, giving each other some space together as well to honor and treasure that union. For some of you, I am picking up that this is a one-off sexual union that you actually do still need to treat as sacred. You need to be very careful with the respect that you're showing. All right. So that's just for one or two of you in particular, that you need to, it's a one-off sexual union. It does feel very one-off. And sex only kind of thing, but it's very important for some reason. It's not telling me why, but it is very important for you to honor and treasure this experience with this person, to make it more of a one-off physical, spiritual, sexual experience, rather than allowing it to just be a animalistic type of union. Okay, so I don't know why I'm picking up on that, but that's what we've got for you today, Taurus. You are more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel. Everyone that does leave a comment will go in the draw for that free personal reading as well.